What is going on, my Kingsmen? Welcome back. My name is Kingston, and today we are doing something special. Another Napoleon Total War 3 battle. This is a 3v3. I actually don't know the name of the map. This replay was sent in by Anzek Warspite. So we have a French Rheinbund, probably butchering that, alliance versus a Russian-Austrian British alliance. Very typical alliance for that time period. So this battle looks like a defensive fight for this hill. Got some French reinforcements who are going to be marching to the relief of this German, I think this is a German state. You gotta forgive me, I'm newer to this game, so I don't know. I think this is a German state of sorts. But look at this, like, hill slash college slash, I don't think it's a college. It's dominating feature on this battlefield. So like I said, we got two French factions coming over here. One who I think is going to be taking a more defensive line on these bridges. These are natural choke points. It'd be very easy to defend the whole left flank of this town. Now, England is coming from way over here, and they are going to be able to assault this whole side. I believe that's some of the only areas besides going through these bridges. You can't really access this town unless it's from this whole side. Okay, so we had some, wow. So just some Russian cavalry. I don't know the names of any of these units. I'll try to learn them, I promise, guys. I'm assuming they're like light cav. They're just scouting ahead, trying to figure out what these guys have. He's got a pretty solid defense from this hill. Some lights and some line infantry, kind of setting up a defensive line. Like I said, the only place you can really attack, I played this map only once, I believe you can only attack along here, and you can push up right here. So the French are extremely far behind, sending all his cav though, for the most part, it looks like, to kind of help reinforce Rheinbund. You know, I'm just going to call him the German state, because Austria is the only other German-ish state. So I'm just going to call him the German state because my English speaking accent's not going to be the Rheinbund? Please correct me in the comments, because I don't know. So sending all his cavalry for the most part up here to reinforce the German state that's defending. French are sending out some more reconnaissance cav, got some light cav, some hussars on one side. In what are these? I think these aren't heavy or light, they're just regular cav, so medium, I guess. So we're not seeing a whole lot from the other faction yet, but I do believe some artillery, some 12-pounders are opening up on the German state that is defending. Yeah. So they are going to be opening up, kind of hoping to try to force these Germans off the hill. Not a whole lot happening yet, so we're going to do some fast forwarding unless something else happens. That. So they're probably going to be trying to hold this land bridge. They're sending some men to defend this land bridge. Starting to see a little bit of the Austrian forces here. Looks like some grenadiers of sorts just coming up here. I'm going to get rid of the mini-map because nothing's really happening yet. Oh, do we have some cav pushing up a little too far? Getting dangerously close. These guys have the advantage. You know, I'm going to keep this on until I know more of what the battle is going to be happening. So, this is the second time I've seen these troops used. Artillery is kind of... Oh, going for this artillery. So they're setting up in a very, very strong position. I mean, you can see the British as they're coming across. This is an excellent vantage point. No one is fighting. Okay, so now we're starting to see a little bit of the British force. So some hussars, the General Arthur Wellesley. Someone's getting a volley off. Is a cav. The cav may be trying to go for this artillery. Seeing a way to get around it. Rheinbund's going to have to be the Rhine is going to have to be very, very careful. But of course the pathfinding may make it difficult to where the cav can't get around this hill right here. But Russia really wants that cannon. They really, really want it. Let's see if they can get to it. No? I'm afraid not. Still haven't really seen a whole lot. We may skip ahead to where the fighting has intensified, because right now that's a beautiful thing about Napoleon Total War 3, is it takes a little while. You have to formulate your plan of attack. Looks like France is going to be falling onto the right flank of Rhine, of the Rhine. Yeah, we'll say Rhine. You guys know what I'm talking about. The Rhine. So France probably is going to establish themselves along here. This is a good natural defense. They have to march all the way around it. So here we go. Some French Legion, or gosh, King's German Legion. Some Yorkshire troops all
we have taken a building, sir.
Falling in position. Okay, so they took another point, so they're at 5 points. Okay, so the general took this building? That's interesting. Interesting tactic there. Take your general and stick him all the way to the Rhine is being very, very... It's very interesting. So France is actually marching across here, taking the fight to Russia, it would appear. So Russia is going to want to form up in line of battle. They are getting shelled from this position, way over here. Advancing their infantry up, trying to push back this cav so that they can't get close to the cannon, trying to keep a passive or aggressive stance towards the cannon. Now we are seeing actually this is maybe wise. They're going to run and cut off the general. The British may be trying to run and cut off the general from his main force. And France is nowhere near. So to cav a general, that's a problem. The Rhine may want to be very cautious on how they work with that. Now, oh my goodness, we have some cav in the back lines going for the artillery, and they are not even paying attention. No, sorry, the general, not the artillery. That was a genius move. Oh, hitting the French general and causing the French general to break. That is a beautiful play on the Austrians' part, and they are running out of there with their hussars. The French general is gone. He's running. He's not dead, so he may come back. He probably will. He's only broken. But still a beautiful victory. And he managed to get his cav away. That was excellently done. They're probably going to get shot to pieces before they can get very far. Yeah, so you can see he came back. So he's probably wanting to go after the general again. So nope, he's broken again. If they lose their general, this whole French army here, that's massive demoralizing loss right there. Okay, so France is actually, that was very well played because they had to march through here, and that is probably pathfinding difficult to find. So they're going to form around this town center still.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, missed some action over here. Dang it. So, well done on England's part. They are breaking the Rhine's cav, and now the general is going to be stuck. Now, of course, if England wants that general, he's going to have to dismount and attack the house. But they have secured this left flank. They are pushing and circling around the Rhine's position with all of their infantry. Oh, a general has died. They killed the French general. Austria scored a massive victory right there. That is going to be very demoralizing. And now they have cav behind this French force. Not a whole lot, but they can use it for scouting. So a little bit of skirmishing here, fighting across the river. These cav are trying to feel out without getting shot. Now these Russians need to do something. They are just getting shelled into oblivion. They need to advance. And this is a tough position to fight. They have the hill, they have the forest. That's going to be massive defensive bonus. But I'm liking this British formation. I mean, they probably can't see this French force. So if the French want to be super stealthy, they can push around and get behind this British force and then hit them from two sides. Now, they don't have a whole lot, the Rhine does not have a whole lot of infantry here, so if the British move quickly, they can actually probably take this position. There's 5 units against the whole French army, and look at this. We got some German Legion, Yorkshires, all advancing upon this hill. They have a hill advantage right now too, but they are attacking, so they're not going to get the first volley off. And the line battle has begun on this side. Ugh, I love that sound of rolling musketry fire. This Rhine, they're going to have to be careful. They are outnumbered, and these guys are able to focus massive firepower onto them. I mean, the amount of regiments that are attacking them, that's going to be a problem. Nothing's still happening over here. No, you can't see Austria. I'm wondering if Austria is planning on sneaking all the way around. I'm wondering, because I haven't seen anything of them. So as of right now, the main attack is happening over here, and these guys are getting shot to pieces. These pioneers are getting shot to pieces by a vastly superior English force. I mean, look. Oh, I hear some cav charging. The Russian cav are going for the flank of these of the Rhine, or are they going for the French? Nope, they're going for a charge against the infantry. So they're just exerting a lot of pressure on this one flank. I like it. This is going to be a tough area to defend, and France is probably going to have to start sending some more troops this way. They can't lose this. Maybe reset a new line of defense. If I was Rhine, I would actually reset my line up here so that they can't encircle you, because right now there is a massive British force that is just shooting down these few units. Oh, looks like I missed a bayonet charge. Sorry, guys. So the Rhine sent in some infantry trying to take out the flank of these German Legion, but they are not going to do as well, as now the Hussars are sending in some more infantry to reinforce this British side, and now the Rhine is starting to break, guys. Look at that, 3 units breaking all at once. The Rhine is in trouble. Looks like they're starting to send over some more troops. They can't lose this position. This is a vital position. They can't lose it. France is going to go around, so well done on their part. Still nothing from the Austrians. Nothing from the Austrians, and the Russians haven't engaged yet. So this is concerning that England is basically sending the Rhine running from a vastly superior position, and they are charging up the hill to hit this artillery. The Rhine is in trouble. They can't get guys there fast enough. It is all well played on this British side.
Our men are running.
They have almost totally taken this hill. They hit this cannon. The French are in trouble. They need to reform their lines because they are getting they're getting flanked. And nothing is contesting this English force marching up this hill. They're unopposed. They're just going to be able to march up this hill. Look at the slaughter. These Rhine troops got slaughtered. And now the British are realizing that they're going to have to turn and face this reinforcing Rhine and French force. Over here, they're sending some troops hoping to try to break.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Excuse me. Try to break this this force that's pushing down. Sending some cav running down the hill. Maybe see if they can't force these English to retreat back so they can reform higher up on the hill. So yes, they are charging down upon them. Oh, I didn't even notice the stakes. That was well placed on the Rhine's part. Alright, so this is concerning. This is very concerning. They are charging full down the hill. This could cause massive breakage on the Germans' part, as only 1 or 2 of them can form square, I believe. They are forming square, though. So they're trying to pull it together. These cav are trying to save this flank. They can still pull this off as they're sending massive reinforcements. The British may have overplayed their hand. Alright, so over here, guys, I don't want to miss anything happening here. It's just skirmishing. Austria is kind of just shooting across this area. It's what they're basically trying to do is try to distract as many units as possible. Although right now they have the advantage. They have a Russian and Austrian army that could easily push on this one army of France, because the other army of France is actually over here. The English have to be careful now because they are fighting two armies. Now, the Rhine is definitely very, very weak, and they were able to rout those cav, but they have to be very, very careful, play more defensively. They're bringing up some artillery, kind of back up their position. I've not seen any Russian artillery. But also, these French need to close this gap. There's a massive gap that the Russians could push through. I would advise these guys, I know they want to keep close to their army, maybe they should pull higher up the hill where there's less of a chance of getting flanked. Now that their other flank has been secured, this is good. This is paying off. This is why I like NTW3. The strategy, it takes a while. It takes a long time to formulate. So France is going to try to surround this English army. The English are being very smart. They are pulling back. They know when they are going to be flanked. And look at this. We have a bunch of lights who are just skirmishing down this French force, who is, I believe, advancing. Oh, look at this. Camels in Europe. What is this? Anyway, we are advancing forward. I think they're advancing forward because they're going to get skirmished down if they don't. Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. I think actually the Russians are pulling back, as are the English. They are pulling back. Very wise strategy. Defensive position. It's wise not to try to push on this hill. They have artillery. They have an advantage. They can shell. Now the Rhine has no artillery. They're set up their artillery on this hill. Perfect field of fire. They can drive the Rhine off this hill. And look at this. They're just going to be able to hit this infantry, who is going to force them either to retreat or advance. They're going to have to advance to fight off this force. France is forming up. Now, France is going to have the flank. They're having the flank. England is going to have a problem. They are going to have to turn and face. And this one army is being pushed by two separate armies. Over here, it looks like France may be advancing to the attack. They don't want to push out too far. If they push out too far, Austria is going to take an advantage and just push them. But Russia is like, come on, come at us. We're going to keep skirmishing you down. You got to do something. We'll just keep slaughtering you. I mean, these guys are 75, 88. They're losing. And wisely, France is retreating. They're still... Austria is doing a good job. They have a fresh army, and France knows that, so they can't divert reinforcements over here, guys. They have to keep something to make sure that Austria doesn't flank. I still suspect that Austria is going way down here. Oh, look at this. The Russian general. Way over here, I think. Alright, so we have engagement on this side. And wisely, England once again is falling back, but France is pushing the advantage. They have them on the run. They have them on the flank. Form up and start shooting. Start shooting them as they run. Start shooting them. Beautiful. Getting a volley. Oh, shooting down these Yorkshire. These guys are getting just shot to pieces. Well played on France. All right. So some calves charged down. These guys could not form square. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. That was a very, very well-placed charge. Oh my goodness, something just happened. So the camels charged down upon these lights and may cause them to rout, but not before Austria pulled in some amazing volleys, causing these camels to break. And Austria is showing its face. So at the same time, Austria and Russia sent massive cav breaking the Rhine, and now France is on its own. They're holding well though. They're holding, and they still have their cav, guys. They still have it. Austria's going for another charge with their cav. armies going right for the flank. France does not see it. This could... Oh, they did see it. And they form square just in time. Well done. Well done. They're going to be able to shoot these guys. They're going to retreat, but they're probably going to break if these guys can start shooting some volleys off of them. But Rhine is basically done. I mean, they can do their best to kind of try to hold this hill. They should not maybe have pushed out, but at the time it was wise. I would have probably done the same. Well done with Russia, pushing their cav, hitting the flank. France has fallen back. They do not want to be outmatched. And they may be pushing around, but actually they're falling back. As Austria has some artillery that is going to be shelling them, they can use the natural hill to hide. And maybe an artillery duel, maybe, of sorts, because they have a strong artillery position. These infantry have been getting shot to pieces. This is the concerning place for the French alliance. England is reforming. They have been hurt, and France, for the most part, has not really been bloodied. They haven't even lost a lot. So I think the wise thing for England to do is reform. Let Russia send some troops, some calves, something like that. Oh, this is a gorgeous position. This is a perfect... Can we take a second and appreciate this French position of artillery? They are blowing holes in this British line. Blowing holes. And okay, the Rhine needs to just sit back. They need to just sit back. They can't really push out again. They've lost a lot of men. They're bloodied. As a medieval 2 would put it, the enemy is bloody. They've lost half their men. Alright, so we have the Austrians back again with some more cav. Remember, they are the ones, I believe, who killed the French general. So they're sneaking around in the back lines. They're like, I mean, I don't know what the map is. I don't know if this is Austria, if this is Netherlands. But they can see this French force now, and they know exactly what this French force is doing. So the French are pushing forward. I believe this battle's on a time limit, as you can see. It's almost halfway done. They're pushing forward to flank this French force. I don't know why I keep calling everything French. This British force. So they're pushing out. They're going to try to encircle this British force. The Rhine has some troops still, some cav, who are waiting for an opportunity to charge in. These British are going to hold their position for the artillery because the artillery can shell this hill position. If I was this Russian-Austrian coalition, I would push forward. You have the advantage, you know? You have a massive advantage. You have cav sitting in the back lines, outnumbering the French cav. This Austrian cav is outnumbering. I mean, you have Austrian and Russian cav back here. If I were the French, I would just push everything across the river. Just push everything across the river and hold right here, because then the only way that the Austrians can really push, or the Russians can push, is way back here. So the British are retreating. They are falling back. And I missed another cav charge. So the Rhine went in for a cav charge. They did not break anyone, I don't think. No, I think they broke some Russian cav. That's an excellent victory for them. Now they have massive amounts of cav, which the British are going to be very wary of. These cav just sneaking around the flank. The British have nothing to mirror this cav with. They have to leave their flank exposed. So they may have reinforcements from Russia and Austria come over to try to stop this flanking force. So the Rhine and Russians have... Oh my goodness, I am terrible with the names. The French in Rhines have resecured their flank. They have pushed the British back. And now they are pushing forward and trying to go around the flank. If they can destroy this British force, which right now the artillery are dueling it out, they're going to be in a well-placed strategy. In fact, looks like they're flanking around here too. That is an excellent strategy. Make sure I'm not missing anything over here. Oh, look at that. So these cav are just hunting. They're just hunting. France wisely leaving some... Oh! Cavs charging forward. What are they going for? Oh, no! Oh! They're going for some cav, and they made it. Oh, no. That is terrible.
Our men are running.
They routed the Rhine's cav, but they broke too. That was... They're trying to go for the Russian cav, did not work. Or the French cav did not work. Unfortunately, they broke, but still, excellent use of a very depleted British cav unit. And now, there's a lot of excellent utilization of cavalry. So the line battle, the old rivalry between French and British is beginning. Getting some beautiful volleys here. And guys, this battle's only halfway over. You know it's gonna get good. Exchanging some volleys here. It's gonna be a old nope. England is falling back again. I think they're worried about this cav, which keeps sneaking around the flank. Yeah, look at this Rhine cav is, I think, going for this Austrian cav. So they are going to be flanked. They are being encircled. Being encircled, at the same time, it looks like finally the Russians and Austrians are pushing forward their forces. They feel it is appropriate to push forward their forces. Still skirmishing here. Oh, no. Friendly fire from this French cannon. They are shooting their own people. This is a good position maybe if they moved higher up, but they are... Oh, man. They are getting hit.
Our men are running, sir.
Okay, the Rhine went for charge, and Austrians held them there. As the Russians still have this cannon way back here. Excellent positioning for the cannon. Look at this, though, guys. Look at this. The French are just going around. They are encircling like a monster that's slowly spreading its tentacles around. These French need to be careful, though, because this Austrian cav are going to charge them in the back. They better send some cav over here to intercept this Austrian cav. And it looks like the English are in trouble here. They are starting to break. They are outnumbered, outgunned, and they're fighting in a massive horseshoe shape almost. So Austria is pushing forward as there is nothing to really defend this hill. The French wisely have fallen back, and Austria is like, hey, let's go help our ally here. He's getting surrounded. So England, I think, is going to try to fall back. There's a hill right here that I would fall back to. You know, this is a perfect hill to fall back to, but wisely France has some men that are going to keep shooting as they're running away. England's probably going to lose their cannon. So Russia is helping, forcing these French to fall back, and it's going to cause them to break because they can't get close enough. They're being gunned down. Look at this, so close. The fighting is so deadly. Exchanging fire here. So beautiful. Alright, so the Russians have pushed forward. There's one unit. Oh, cav charge. Going for the side of these French. It is going to be a perfect, causing them to break. Oh. So, England's flank is secure, but they are still in trouble as another cav charge hitting this English force, causing them to break, forming square to try to protect their flank. But it's causing massive breakage. England is in trouble. England is in trouble as these cav are running through a massive gap caused from their cav charge. And there's a general here. They're going for the general. They are going for Arthur Wellesley. Arthur needs to run out of there. Those who fight and run away will live to fight another day. That is what I would say about this. So this French cav is causing havoc in the British lines, getting behind them. As these French had these English had one flank secured just to have holes punched in their lines, and the English are in trouble, guys. They are breaking, and the French are pushing on this side. They need help from their allies. But have no fear, for Austria and Russia are here. They are pushing up with a massive light and line infantry force. This is going to march up this hill as there is one unit of, I believe, Jaegers. Oh, some French cav over here now. Going for the lights. A beautiful charge. Cavalry is countercharging for Austria, trying to save some of their lights. It's not going to be soon enough. They're probably going to lose their lights, but they will lose, the French may lose their cav, these hussars. And this French force needs to get in action. I mean, look at this. This massive, it's just cutting a hole, or cutting a massive wedge in between these two forces as now France is isolated. However, it's working in their favor because Russia should come over here and help their ally as England is breaking. England is being surrounded and they are fighting to the bloody end. And it is very bloody. A very bloody end. Oh, they have some artillery. Get some canister shot, perhaps. Perhaps some canister shot. But the French, they smell blood. And they, oh. What is this? Oh no. We have some Russian cav going for this French artillery. They are not even prepared for it as there's massive breakage over here and they have them. This cav is sitting here. I think the French player may have been distracted going for the throat because they smell blood. This British force is about to break, but have no fear because Russia is taking on this one as Austria is sending over reinforcements. If anything, they can then switch places and hold this hill.
Sir, our general is under attack.
There is a general under attack. Oh, right over here? Perhaps? Yep. I think this is... No, it's not the general. Oh well. Alright, so this is well played. The French are just sitting back, and these Russians are just skirmishing down this artillery. So if these British can just hold on a little longer, guys, that's all they need to do. Hold on a little longer. Just hold. Austrians are on the way. Austrians are coming. Arthur Wellesley's like, hold, man, hold. We got some cav, it looks like that charged down upon this infantry, trying to hold them back, but the Russians just don't have cav over here anymore. Their cav got broken, and now the alliance of French have the cav advantage, and they're just going to push upon these. I mean, look at this, guys. Arthur Wellesley he's been surrounded, but stubborn as ever, he holds. At least you have reinforcements coming in. You have some Austrian cav coming in, and the French are going to have to be forced to pull back and send some cav over to this side to mirror this. Oh man, look at this. There's so much Austrian cav on this flank. So Austria is pushing some infantry probably to help out with Britain. And I do believe that the coalition forces, I guess is the best way to describe it, are pushing for the hill. They're going to take this hill, which is 4 points, guys. 4 points. That's a lot. They then will have the advantage when it comes to points. Yep, here come reinforcements. These English are just probably giving a massive cheer. They're just so happy to see some fresh reinforcements. Fresh, haven't lost a man. Barely lost any men. And they're much, much needed as these French, it's like Waterloo all over again. These French are holding on with grim determination. I keep calling the English French. The English are holding on with grim determination against this Russian force who is trying to defeat them before they get reinforcements. And they are definitely stronger, as look at this. Oh my goodness. This is the end for England. Austria probably is not going to get there in time. Yeah, they're not going to get there in time. It's over for England. They have a few troops which are probably going to break any second now. They're wavering already. It is over for England. England took the brunt of the attacks. They routed the Rhinebund. And now Austria needs to fall back. They are going to be engulfed as well. Oh, cav charge going in. These cav are going to hit them. Oh, cav from France. I said England again. Attacking the back of these infantry. And this actually may be a terrible thing, as now Austria is losing. They are losing men. Oh, they should have stood, give a volley, or formed square. Oh, that is very, very. That's a very massive loss. They probably could have formed square, but now these cav are just butchering this infantry. And now the French are pushing up. They need to pull back. Oh, here, guys, it's still some skirmishing. Actually, I don't know where the Russians went. Oh, there they are, I think. So the Rhine's actually still holding on to these 4 points. And they have trouble. So the Rhine and England have both basically almost been totally wiped out. So concerning as it is, the balance of power probably is still pretty equal. So they're falling back as France is now pushing on the initiative they have. The Rhinebund is pushing up more cav, making sure these guys do not come back. And those were fresh units, 3 fresh units of infantry guys. Fresh units that are now broken, and if they run them down, they will not come back if they become shattered. If they become shattered, they're not coming back, which is what he's doing, is ensuring they don't come back. And pushing forward, taking out these English forces, who are now being hit in the back. It's over for England. RIP Arthur Wellesley. Oh, the Rhine's not done. They're going for some light Russian infantry, who is now charging in, determined to take this battle back. But they are breaking. Massive breakage. Oh, and now Austria is trying to take this building.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest away.
I believe this is some pioneers versus some Jaegers, I believe. No, infantry now. And who knows who will win. Oh my goodness, this cav routed the whole Russian force out of nowhere. That was a beautiful charge by the Rhinebund. This cav is exhausted, but they routed almost the whole Russian army. Just like that, guys. Just like that, Russians are off the battlefield. And Austria now is fighting by himself, as now France
The entire unit is dead, sir.
is pushing up. They are now closing in on the last remaining coalition force. This is a GG's. Austria can't possibly hold against 2 almost fully strengthened armies of France. Now, Austria does have some cav back here, and we've seen cav turn the battle. 1 unit of cav from the Rhine routed the whole Russian army. Austria is gritting their teeth and holding on with grim determination. They are not going to let this battle go without their say. And they are determined to have a say. And of course, some Russians did come back, forming square, routing hopefully these cavalry, who are running rampant, just butchering these running Russians.
Our men are running, sir.
And now they're gone. This battle, guys, has been back and forth. It is well played on both sides. Some excellent strategies. Okay, so now we have a French unit forming square, holding off this flank. And these Austrian cav need to get out of there because they are just going to get shot to pieces. This drummer's like, I can whack him with a drumstick and then stab with my sword. Alright, these Austrians need to get their cav out of there. They're going to get shot to pieces. Now the French are marching up this hill that has been so hotly contested for so long. They are preparing to end this as Austria is mirroring the movements, sending some infantry over, and I do believe pushing with the remaining Russian forces up this hill. The Rhine, they actually held. They held this 4 points, but they are heavily outnumbered now. Heavily outnumbered. Austria still has infantry here. They could go for it again, or they could attack this, this French force. Oh, so we have infantry melee, which looks like France is winning. They have held this hill. The death and slaughter and carnage as they're getting bayoneted. And it looks like Austria is not going to be able to form up in time. Maybe they did. It's hard to tell. With all the trees. Oh no, they're falling back. The last stand. It's like the last Alamo, guys. As it is the final charge, it looks like. Cav charging up the hill. More cav charging up the hill. We have some other cav charging up. They are pushing forward. This is the last stand, guys. This is where the action is happening. This is it. The glorious stand as Russia is holding with one unit left and France is just full on pushing. In fact, I think they're probably running. Yeah, they're running. They're trying to close in the gap before Austria and Russia can get off some shots. Their cav trying to keep them from doing that. And there they go, going in for the bayonet charge. Give them a cold steel. Oh my goodness. The Austrians charged down the hill with their cav that was coming in so clutch and routed this whole side. Now, of course, France still has some units over here, but the cav is pushing forward. They are not stopping here. They are going for it. They are going full on for this chasseur, which is probably going to break because it is light infantry. They are running away. Running away. So the battle's not done yet. Granted, it does not look good for Austria, but they are not done. There is a massive fight for this hill as the French continue to just push up the hill. Sorry guys if I'm zooming in too much if you want to see an overview of the battle, but they're just pushing up this hill. Look at this though. Austria has so many troops who are just swinging around this flank. Not sure what they're shooting at, but they should be watching their flank. Watch their flank because these Austrians are not to be denied. They are pushing down a massive bayonet clash of cav and infantry. French are breaking. This is the last desert. Whoever wins this will win the battle for sure. If Austria can pull this off and break this force, they can maybe save it. But they have to win. They have to. And I see some hussars breaking now. Of course, some more French cav being thrown in the mix, but French cav are breaking. French are shaken. Shaken on the Austrian side. Oh, it's too close to tell. French have one on this side, but this side, it looks like it's going to be... Oh, my God. All right, so more French cav are being thrown in the mix, and it looks like it's going to be a French victory. As there is more charging in the flank, and this Austrian cavalry is starting to break. And, of course, there's just too many French to be denied. They're pouring a volley into the backs. This fight has started here. The main fight started here, and it should be no shock that it ends here. as the Austrians are losing heart. There's just too many French. As the flag is still waving, but probably will fall soon. Still some men holding on. The flag still flies.
We've killed their general, sir. Now they must.
Oh, an enemy general has fallen, and that just causes mass breakage. Massive breakage. As now the only one left is the Rhine. And it's one troop. Oh, no. Austria is throwing in some cav. Will it be enough? I just love how you can see the Austrian flag flying in the background. This is so cool. They're like, steady, hard, man, hard. The flag's still flying. The flag is down. Just like that, the flag falls. Just like that. And the last remaining force is in, I believe, this house. Nope. Oh, wow. Russia is not done. Uh-oh. Well, they're about to be. I mean, that's a massive French force marching to fight them. But they're not done yet. They're like, remember us? We ran. We came back. You're not getting rid of us so easily. Ah, they're breaking. They're running. They are running. I think I'm just going to fast forward because the only thing left... Oh, no, it's done. Alright, that was well played. Like I said, sent in by Warspite. A really well played game. You can see the stats, the losses. And like I said, England, I think, took on the brunt of units for a while. Austria got the most kills on the coalition side. And both these French armies, you know, did some equal kills. The Rhine got focused down, definitely got focused down in the very beginning by England, and they still pulled it off. That was amazing. I didn't think they were going to pull it off halfway through. So, special thanks, like I said, to Warspite for sending in the replay. If you want to send in a replay that I could cover, I have a Discord. You can just post it in the battle replays, or you can message me on Discord, or email me. I believe it's kingstonking@gmail.com. So, thank you guys for joining me for this awesome battle. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you want to see next. If you're not subscribed and want to become a Kingsman today, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see my videos, hit the bell for the notifications. Give this video a like. It helps spread the influence of the Kingdom of Kingston, helping more people see my videos. So, yeah, that's about it. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining me, and I will catch you all in another video.